guarantee that teacher said, you know what? That's a nice young man. I'm going to like him this year. Or if you walked in wearing your hat back, acting a little bit fool, sitting in the back of the row, thinking you're the big man in class, that teacher's watching your body language and saying, you know what? I'm going to watch that young man because he thinks he's something he might not care. And they won't give me a definition of character. Let me give you a really easy one. This would be from whatever age you're at that you can understand. Character is defined of what you are and what you do when nobody's looking. Let me say that again. Character is defined as you as an individual of what you do when nobody's looking. It's simply the difference between doing what is right and what is wrong. And everything that you do, guys, there's going to be opportunities to do what's right and what's wrong. And it's remarkable how things work out sometimes. Devin Lancaster, stand up. Devin Lancaster, stand up. Devin is from Bella Vista. I'm sitting there, he's been working my drills, and he comes in and walks in and says, Coach, I found this on the way in outside the building. What should I do? Sit down, Devin. Right then and there, his character is being defined. That's going to be a young man that you can trust. That's a young man that you give responsibility, regardless if you're watching him or you're not watching him, that he's going to go out and do the right thing. Character. It's what you do when nobody's looking. As an athlete, right? As an athlete, I'm tied up with this. Coaches are going to give you a lot of responsibility. Your position to play on a football team might not be based on your best talent. That coach might go and want to play with the best character and the best people he can find. If you watched any of that basketball game last night between the Celtics and between the Lakers, you saw two teams fighting it out, and with a lot of character and integrity, trying to do whatever it takes to win, filling their role. And the coach from the Celtics trusted his second group, his backups, to play almost the entire fourth quarter when you've got all these all-stars in Garnett and Paul Pierce and Rondo and West, those guys sitting, encouraging. So obviously something along the line, they've done something right as a team, and everybody's good character and good chemistry on that team. My point to you is I'm tired of this. Devin had a choice. There's a lot of money in my hands, guys. It's very tempting. Very tempting right here. Hey, nobody's looking. Just put this in my pocket, and I'm headed game today. But something inside of him says, you know what? I can take this. But something's going to tell me at the end of the day, I'm not going to feel real good about myself. And that's where you got to look at your own character before you make a decision. And the people you want to run with, what you want to say about a young man or a young girl or group and how you want to act. You got to be able to face yourself in the mirror when nobody's looking and say, I'm going to feel good about that decision. If you Coaches,